To many people, the acronym ASAP means as soon as possible, but in the Cincinnati area, it also stands for something different.
The name stands for Assistance for Substance Abuse Prevention, but what we do is help community groups become involved in prevention. The ASAP Center is based on the belief that we all have a role in prevention. We just need to know that what we do makes a difference.
The ASAP Center is part of the Health Foundation of Greater Cincinnati and began serving 20 counties in 3 states in the year 2000. It's built on the concept that more people would be involved in substance abuse prevention if they knew how to do it effectively. The idea? Help existing community organizations like faith groups do prevention work.
The faith community has a natural audience. There's a natural group there, and people in the faith community bring a caring for their neighbors, a caring for their community that is a natural fit for prevention.
So I believe we have just a great opportunity to meet individuals at the spiritual level. That is the essence of change, discovery, and individuals being put on a path to go on with the best of the rest of their lives.
Langford's organization is part of an ASAP Center group called Reviving the Human Spirit, a network that helps connect faith communities with tools and resources.
When we started it, it felt very much like a new opportunity, like something that was a way for us to do something we all wanted to do that we hadn't been able to do before. It felt like a shared venture between the prevention professionals and the faith community.
Reviving the Human Spirit uses congregational team leaders as a way in the door.
It means that I help facilitate within our congregation, our church, the recovery support and prevention ministry, the Overcomers Ministry. So I bring the people together to look at recovery support as well as prevention in the church and help bring in different avenues or resources that can be used to help people through their process or their struggles. Prevention can be very soft. It can be, something that you do on a daily basis. And people do it all the time, and sometimes you don't even realize that's what you're doing.
In addition to regular services, leaders at the World of Deliverance Ministries integrate prevention into their work for the congregation.
They have been receptive to it, but I think it has taken some time for people to see that we're actually doing prevention. And it doesn't have to be a program, but they are truly receptive to it, because that's the heartbeat and the fabric of our congregation, of our churches, to make sure that people grow into healthy and productive citizens.
Will your heart and soul say yes?
The church's monthly Friday Night Live events fit perfectly into the prevention plan. The youth do all the prep work and then enjoy themselves.
You're giving them somewhere to come, right? So they're not, they don't have to feel like, to have a good time, I have to go out and hang out in the streets with my friends, be at, different parties where people may be engaging in unhealthy behaviors. I could come where people are just like me, doing good and positive things.
While prevention messages like these have been successful, this church, like many others, has a common problem, and the ASAP Center is aware.
Within the faith community, the biggest setback that we've had is that natural draw toward recovery support or wanting to do treatment, wanting to solve the problem that's already started, as opposed to the focus on prevention and keeping it from happening in the first place. For some reason, I thought that if we were focusing on this from a prevention perspective on our end, that natural pull would not occur, and yet it did, and we were able to see that.
That pull is causing a change in focus for the group Reviving the Human Spirit.
In the midst of a pretty large paradigm shift because of the needs of some of the faith communities. It's just a gradual process of making some changes and adaptations as we go forward to make sure that we get as close to the center of the bullseye as we can.
The ASAP Center is also working with the faith community to promote the developmental asset approach to drug prevention. Created by the Search Institute, the 40 developmental assets are characteristics or conditions that help kids thrive. They include family support, service to others, creative activities, and more.
They found that the more of these assets that kids have, the less likely they're to be involved in risky behavior. They've found that the less assets they have, the more likely they are involved in drugs and alcohol.
Some groups may have elements of a prevention program already in place, but not even realize it.
So I think the church for years have been developing assets in young people accidentally. And if they could get to the place where they had greater understanding on how to build the assets, then they could do a better job.
Let me hear your alarm clock. It's gotta be nice and loud. Beep, 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 beep.
Some kids at Hamilton, Ohio's Fillmore Elementary are having fun while building assets.
The Kids in Character program was developed to try to help children build character and values in their life. And we use the arts to do that.
So now draw someone doing something caring.
And I just felt very strongly about prevention and how important it is to be able to get the word out there and provide opportunities in fun, exciting ways for kids to be able to make good decisions. So Kids in Character came out of that idea.
Money from the ASAP Center helped get the program off the ground.
With Kids in Character, it was a new program, it was a new idea, so I think that, we really feel blessed that they were willing, to be able to provide us with that seed money to start the program up.
Megan.
The ASAP Center is different from many other funding organizations. While there are applications and criteria, the grants are often small and don't always require data to prove the idea will work. Sometimes, it's just an idea.
The Kids in Character program being something that was completely new, having that faith-based component to it, taking a different kind of approach with it, it was taking a little bit of a chance, and hopefully they feel like it's something that's paid off.
And a little money can go a long way.
Generally, the grant monies that we provide are to buy t-shirts for the young people who participate in a program, materials for the leaders of that program. We might even be paying for some food that'll be offered at a couple of workshops, something like that. But $5,000 to a small congregation is a lot of money to work with. We've done very, very, very effective work with very few grant dollars.
Kids in Character leaders are always looking for new funding sources, but they don't forget how they started.
It meant a lot because this was an idea that we just really, really believed in, and we believed that it was something that would work and it was something that would touch people's lives.